Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saki here, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator New Mexico DLC. When we last left off, we were up in Raton, and we decided to pick up some silica. Our destination today will take us to the east side of the map in Tucumcari. So we're going to be heading back down the highway towards Santa Fe. We'll hop on I-84 down to meet the 40, and then here we'll see some new stuff. Up on the 40 and then get into Tucumcari proper, 240-mile drive. So without further ado, let's get to it. And an initial pickup point here, you might think it's deja vu all over again, because when we started the New Mexico DLC, we were in a quarry much like this, but I assure you we are in fact in Raton and heading to Tucumcari. Thank you so much for the support so far on this series. It definitely means a lot. I enjoy American Truck Simulator. I actually saw in, I think it was PC Gamer, they had the chill games for the holiday season. So if you just want to sit back and relax, they had some games that they were recommending, and American Truck Sim was actually one of them. And I have to agree that this is a pretty good game to sit back and chill and just enjoy the sights and sounds of the American Southwest. Special shout out to one of my subscribers, Harold. He actually spent some time in New Mexico in real life, and he has been commenting on the videos, pointing out some things like the umbrella from a few episodes ago was actually a rocket test site that the military used, which was really cool. And that's the kind of information that, you know, I like to hear about. For sure, it adds a lot of depth to the game. Considering how these guys are based out of Europe, I imagine unless they did some scouting and they came to the American Southwest to do their homework and actually take pictures from real life, you know, Google Maps is really their, I imagine their landscaping. You know, they go down all of these roads using Google Maps and model what they saw. And it's really cool that a New Mexico native comments and says, yeah, this actually, you know, they've done their homework. This is like a legit New Mexico experience, which is really cool for sim fans like myself, who may not be able to get out to New Mexico anytime soon, and certainly not able to drive a semi out there. But cool nonetheless. All right, let's get out on the open road. Speed limit is 55 miles an hour. We'll get up to that 55 fairly quickly. And the 75 leaving city limits, although that speed limit didn't really apply to us, it doesn't seem. But this is our exit here. We're merging onto the 25 south, which makes sense. We're heading southeast towards Texas. And from the look of the map, the closest we can get to Texas is Hobbs. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting out to Hobbs and seeing if we can catch an eye on the Texas border. It looked like it was like right there. So, you know, that's for a future episode. Tucumcari isn't that far from Texas, but in the grand scheme of things, as far as American Truck Sim is concerned, it might as well be millions of miles away. Also, one of my subscribers, Lord Munchkin, is from Oregon, and he was wondering when Oregon will be available. People were saying on the forums that they saw a sign for Eugene, which is in Oregon, and it would make sense because SCS would want to make states for people to purchase that sort of spawn off of the base game. If they were to make Texas, then obviously you would have to have the New Mexico DLC, or they would have to have, you know, Colorado made, and then over to Oklahoma or Kansas, or Nebraska, you know, those sort of places. So it makes sense that the next state they would do is off of California and Nevada up in Oregon, which then I imagine after that may possibly be Colorado before they start working on, I guess, mandatory DLC. And I guess that's sort of the way that this game is going to go and be developed. Eventually starting, you know, in the southwestern corner of the country, you only have so many directions you can go unless they want to go into Mexico. That may be interesting. They do call it American Truck Simulator, but I don't know if it is American in the sense that it's the United States or American in the sense of the continent of North America. So that's open to interpretation. Of course, that's not going to come anytime soon, it doesn't look like. Although they are, well, SCS was working on the Italy DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2, so they are actively developing for both of their games. And one of my subscribers, Russ, he actually picked up Euro Truck Sim 2 a few weekends ago based on the recommendations in the video, and that's cool. SCS, I expect my paycheck in the mail. Seriously, but just kidding. But it's cool that these games are inspiring people to buy these games. My subscribers in particular, if I end up playing a game that they're not familiar with or haven't heard of and they go out and purchase it and use my videos sort of as inspiration, that is like really cool. Propane and propane powered accessories. Reference, oh, Hank Hill. Are there propane powered buses in New Mexico, I wonder? It is an interesting thought, a natural gas-based combustion engine. I guess it could work. I mean, you could really make an engine that burns anything as long as it produces, you know, a spark. Oh, there's some big income. 10,395 from Stella. Oh, Stella, she is our tried and true first driver, and she never fails to disappoint. So I was going to say, I believe we've seen this road before, but idiot, use your GPS. We have seen this road before. It looks like we are about to exit, though, so we'll snuggle in right behind this pickup truck here. Over $300,000 in jackpots every month. You know, that is a fallacy. It's to convince people that, hey, our casino is a winning casino, but that does not guarantee. Come on, Jimmy, get out of the way. But that does not guarantee that you will be a winner. You know, the odds of walking in and hitting a jackpot are the same, no matter if they've paid out $300,000 this month or $2 a month. It's all the same. At least it should be with government regulation. All right, crossing the highway now. Crossing Highway 25. Looks like we're going to get on a little two-lane road, and this is Highway 84, so we have not been down this road. There's a $1,000 fine for littering. That reminds me whenever I was stationed up in Fort Lewis, Washington, I had to get used to the refuse bag law. Apparently, if you are pulled over by a police officer and you do not have a refuse bag within arm's reach of the driver, you can also be ticketed for that. It's sort of to curb littering. There's no excuse to litter if you have a bag in your car that is a dedicated refuse bag, which kind of makes sense. I don't know if any other states have adopted such things, or if Washington State is continuing to adopt. Well, there's an old junkyard. But pretty open field here. Nice and very Mexico, I would say. Nice rock formations as well. Nothing like Australia. If they ever made an Australian truck simulator, I imagine the landscape and the rocks would be pretty huge. In fact, if my history slash trivia slash geography knowledge is correct, the largest rock that, you know, isn't a mountain is in Australia. And that thing is massive. I saw that in Google Earth VR. It's one thing to see it in pictures and say, oh yeah, that must be a pretty big rock, but then when you get in Google Earth and you actually look at the roads that pass by it, you're like, holy crap, that thing is massive. Hello, little hole in the wall. It almost looks like a Bates Motel. It's probably a ranch. I imagine ranching is pretty popular out here. Have a lot of land and expanse, that is for sure. All right, slowing it down to East Santa Rosa. on I-40. So up to speed we go, off of pit road. Let's get back up to race speed. 75 miles an hour once again. Hopefully we'll have a nice easy merge, and we do. So Santa Rosa is 1 mile away. Looks like we'll just be passing through. Hopefully we'll get the credit for visiting the city. Now once I do the drop-offs that highlight all the cities, I'll have to go back in my video playlist and see what actual cities we visited, because as you can see, we're passing Santa Rosa, and I don't think we're going to get credit for it, so we don't have to worry about that. But towns that we passed through that we didn't actually deliver to, we can come back and see once more. Now this looks to... I'm getting the feeling that this highway is like funneling us into a bottleneck here. Yeah, it looks like people are slowing down. Let's take the left lane. These people may be exiting to Santa Rosa. We will just go ahead and bypass them indeed. A heavy haul there going to Santa Rosa. And that's one thing that I've noticed in this DLC is not too many heavy haul trailers are available to go from city to city. I'm sure I'm just not lucky. It is just like a random draw as far as the trailers that you're offered. Well, that looks kind of cool. I like that expanse and that side road there. Looks like a pretty big truck stop, and there's an achievement in the game for visiting all of the very large truck stops along the way, which seems to be New Mexico unique. You know, gives you something to do while you're out on the open road. Certainly this game being very modder friendly, it wouldn't be anything to get just a car to drive rather than a semi and just see all of the roads that you haven't driven on and let your drivers do the work, because as you can see, I mean, Stella, she brought in 10 grand, just that one load alone. I do need to buy a garage here in New Mexico and get some new drivers though, because we're losing out on all of this New Mexico territory. I have one garage in Los Angeles that I'm based out of, and then we have a garage in Las Vegas that is able to cover Nevada and into California, and we also have a garage in Phoenix which can cover Arizona. I think we need a garage in Albuquerque. See, right there you go, Bridget bringing in 8 grand as we sit and chat along the road. And that's a pretty good deal, being able just to drive on the road and have a chit chat with you and then make 8 grand, 10 grand. We've made $18,000 between here and there. Not too shabby. So Tucumcari is the next 3 exits, and we'll be taking the first one, it seems. Let's go ahead and get this baby woed up. Through traffic, use left lane. Well, we are not through traffic. We will be using the right lane. Thank you very much. Exit 332 here. Now, I wonder if these mile markers are accurate. You know, is the Tucumcari exit actually 231? That'd be really cool. All right. Hello, Camaro. So there's no stoplight here. It might be interesting to cross. Looks like we can go after this black car here. Yeah, we good. Y'all gonna have to stop for me, UPS van. Thank you, thank you. Worldwide delivery. Did I have my right turn signal on? I tell you what, I don't normally do that in real life. I know exactly what turn signal I use. So welcome to Tucumcari. We should get the pop-up here in just a moment. And let's take a look at this town. So we've got a motel here, got a swimming pool. Nice little neighborhood over here. We're just passing through. We can't actually turn down these streets. Oh, hello. Yellow light, let's go. Haha. Burger joint. Oh, we got a blimp over there. And a burger stand, nice. All right, and a church. Going to the chapel and they're gonna get married. That's Full Metal Jacket. At least that's what I think of when I hear that song. The Tet ceasefire. That really wasn't a ceasefire. Do we have some graffiti? Nope, just wall posters. That would be so cool to get out of the truck and actually go up to those posters and read. Because, I mean, the level artists, they had to have some fun. They had to throw in some Easter eggs every now and then, I think. Now, this is an interesting stretch of road. This reminds me of a racetrack with the fences on both sides. And we're actually going down there at BNSF. And this better not be that stupid rail drop-off that you have to back around the those containers. I've already done that thing twice. And I would like to not do it again. But we got Dole Fruits in front of us. Now, I'm sure there isn't actually a Dole... Hello, Combine! In John Deere Green. That is cool to see some unique AI driving on the roads. You don't see Combines in California and Arizona and Nevada. But you do see them in New Mexico. Geez, I feel like we've taken the wrong way on the wrong road. This guy behind me is probably like, where is this truck even going? Can he even figure his life out? This does seem to be an out-of-the-way drop-off for sure. But we're looping around back under the bridge. Got a rail yard right there, pretty cool stuff. And here we are. So a really short journey. I do apologize for that, but I want to see some places we haven't been before. And where would you like this thing? Oh, almost cut that corner. So I don't want to skip parking, but I do not see... The flag's over here, but I didn't see... Have to jackknife this thing just a touch. I didn't see where they wanted me to drop this thing off at. I mean, it's gotta be, like, right here by the front gate, isn't it? Did we find a bug? Did they want it over here? Now this is curious. I'm not gonna skip parking. Let's go to an outside camera. I mean, usually they want it right there. Oh, there they want it. Okay, so we're actually pretty well set up. We have to back it around those barrels and then park it right by that building. Oh man, this is gonna be cheeky. A cheeky little reverse. All right, no time like the present, let's get to it. We'll straighten her out as best we can. We sort of wanna pivot the trailer on around. All right, so we need to get it around those barrels right there. And I think I might have cut that one a bit too shallow. So let's swing her back around and then get the pivot a-going. Like a so. Are we going to do it? That's pretty fine. Something like that. Are we going to clip? Yeah, we clip just a touch. This kind of reminds me of that rail yard reverse. It's like not the same rail yard, but it is really, really close. All right, let's clear the corner first. And then once we get the corner cleared, we can cut it. I tell you, this is tough on this blind side reverse. Just like that. Hit that apex, buddy. So we're going out to the building. That silver building is where they want it. This turned out to be pretty tricky. Luckily, I have a short wheelbase truck. Yeah, this is that drop-off. It doesn't look like it, but this is definitely that stupid drop-off that I've had so much trouble with in the past. This is like, out of the 4 drop-offs we've had, I think this thing's been 3 of them. But I think I've done this enough now that we can get it. At least I'm hoping. It seems a little bit more forgiving. Oh, come on, we're on the wall now. Can we round it out? We'll scrape up the truck a bit. Can we force this thing to turn? Ah, just a little bit. All right. Try it again. First try. And no, we didn't skin up the side of our truck. What is it that you're talking about? I tell you, this is the most evil drop-off in the game for sure. But there we go, a 241-mile delivery. We made 8,000 bucks from that, and only 90 XP for parking the trailer. We're working on level 25. But let's see what comes out of Tucumcari for the next episode. Nevada, California. Doesn't look... Socorro, we've already been there. Albuquerque. Maybe Santa Fe. Which, if we can get to the Dole dealer, that may be good. We'll go back up the highway the way we came and then hit up Santa Fe. So I'll go ahead and do that then. But that's going to do it for me in this episode of American Truck Simulator. Ladies and gentlemen, next week we will head out of Tucumcari here and head to Santa Fe. But like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next American Truck Simulator video. Take care.